With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
I love you. That's why I get up every morning at the buck crack of dawn and we sit here and we play our tunes. Sometimes I play them a little bit early. And that one before that was Hot Chocolate for Polly by the Shore, who had to go out and shovel out like a lot of people are going to have to do today. Good morning to all the plowmen and women who are out there moving that snow around for the most part, aside from the slickness, not because of anything that they're doing, but just the slickness of the stuff that was underneath all of that snow. It could be kind of sketchy in some places, but for the most part, they're doing a good job, at least here in the greater Bangor area and Brewer, getting stuff, moved aside. So hopefully you'll be able to get there. When I drove into the Tim Hortons parking lot to get some coffee at about 5:15 this morning, it was still a little greasy in some of the side spots, but the parking lot itself, they had those big front end loaders full of them. So if you were up and you were moving snow and you've been up all night moving snow, thank you very much for doing that. I got up early because my dad used his inside voice when he came into my house and woke my entire family up, and I had to drop him off at the airport at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's a good thing we're family and I love him. So there, I played that one for him. I'm playing this one for Steve, who wants to hear some Steve Earle. I'm not Steve Earle. I'm pretty sure it's not him that wants to hear himself. But if you want to go check out Steve Earle, he's going to be in Waterville July 8th at the Waterville Opera House, which is pretty cool. So I feel like for those of you moving snow, let's do a little Copperhead Road on 95 Bangor's Classic Rock Station. We are not messing around this morning. I don't know if you've noticed that. We're straight out of the gate, just rocking hard, face-melting rock this morning. It is 6:14. Good morning. I am Cori. Thank you for waking up with me. I figured all of us are kind of sleepy from the blizzard that hit. It was windy last night. Where my house is typically gets the wind and it sounds like wolves. My kids, ever since they were little, are like, the wind is like a wolf. I know, it does. I don't know where or why. The science behind it's weird, but all night long, that wind was a-blowing. So not a whole lot of people got any sleep, and I figured we got to wake some people up here this morning. It's 21 degrees outside, sun rising just a little bit, and we were talking about Queen being at the Cross Insurance Center, or coming to the Cross Insurance Center. They were at the Cross Insurance Center last year with the One Night of Queen. Not Queen themselves, but Gary Mullins and his crew come in and do a really great tribute to Freddie Mercury and Queen. So if you get a chance to check them out, they'll be here Sunday, April 12th. I know it's a Sunday, but it's so worth going and checking that out. It's part of their Hollywood Casino Ballroom series, and it's 7 to 10 and well worth it. Like I said, my 10-year-old daughter was, I think she was 9 at the time. She made herself a I Love Queen t-shirt, had all the Queen song names on it. It was adorable, and Gary does a really good job. So if you like live music, obviously seeing actual Queen with whoever they've got doing the front work now is probably not in the cards for you, but you can see the next best thing, and Gary does a great job. So live music for you to rock out to. Folks enjoyed singing along to and everything. And there's something like magical in the air when you can do that, right? Sing along to your favorite songs. We're going to give you more to sing along to in just a little bit. Some Bowie and some Rush on the way. It's I-95, Bangor's Classic Rock Station. I-95, Bangor's Classic Rock Station and 95.7 FM. It is 6:29. I have yet to mention our morning music matchup. Sorry, I was excited. So much happening, so much great music. We have a wait battle today. So White Lions Wait or Just Can't Wait from Jay Giles Band. You can vote over at our Facebook page or our app. We will have the winner of that battle coming up in just a few. I know a lot of Rush fans out there cannot wait for their tour. I was talking to one of our sports guys here. Callum was in here board opping our hockey game over the weekend, and he said he and his dad are super huge Rush fans, and he was so excited. They bought tickets the minute the Toronto show went on sale, and then he was a little bummed to find out that they were coming to Boston, which we kind of all knew might happen, that they would expand that tour. Well, it looks like they're expanding the tour even more now. Their 50-something reunion tour is going to go into 2027 because they're having so much fun. And not only did they add Annika Niles to the drums, but they are adding keyboardist Lauren Gold as well. So that should be a very cool and very dynamic set list. They are going to add about 40 songs, I think, in there that people love and can't wait to hear performed live again. So very cool. If you are lucky enough to have tickets to one of those Rush shows, either the one in Boston or the one in Toronto, I want details when you're done. Just take lots of pictures if you can. If you can't, just come on the show and tell us how it was, because that is epic, and I can't wait for you to experience that live. When we come back, we will have more great classic rock and roll, a weather forecast on the way as well, and the winner of the morning music matchup next on I-95, Bangor's Classic Rock Station. 21 right now, and I'm seeing a little bit of blue sky, a little bit of cloud cover right here on the Acme Road and Brewer. That forecast brought to us by Acadia Federal Credit Union on I-95, Bangor's Classic Rock Station. 21 degrees outside. I am Cori. Very sad to learn that Robert Carradine, best known probably to our generation as Revenge of the Nerds guy. Maybe some of you knew him from Lizzie McGuire, but most of us, I think, knew him from Revenge of the Nerds. He passed away at 71 years old. So I will be probably binge watching those movies this weekend in honor of him, because that's what we can do when we lose our special actors and rockers and whatnot. We can honor them by watching the work that they did. And so that's something that we can do, certainly. What else can we do? We can check the website often, and i95rocks.com, great place to go for all sorts of information, from when, big events happen in the music world to what's going on in and around town. We've got a lot of it. Check that often. And if you don't have the website, certainly get yourself the app, because that will take you straight there and give you all sorts of great information as well. We got some Skinner on the way later on this hour. Some Springsteen. We have some Pink Floyd for you as well. Right now it's The Who on I-95, Bangor's Classic Rock. Waking up with me, I am Cori. 21 degrees, mostly cloudy outside right now. Could see some wind later on today, maybe throughout the afternoon, but thankfully and hopefully not any more blowing snow. We'll see. We'll see how that all goes. Chase's Family Restaurant. If you've been in there, then you know it's a cool little place. But it has recently been featured in the Hidden Gems U.S. Travel online website. It focuses on helping people discover lesser-known, kind of under-the-radar, probably hole-in-the-wall would be the best way to describe it, restaurants. And they showed up on this list. So you can read all about that. They're right on Hammond Street, not too far from the sports arena, in fact. So if you can want to pop down and see what all the buzz is about, you can do just that. Oh, I always like that. I have like a running list of best hole-in-the-walls that I like. Do you have any? Do you want to share any with me in case I go traveling about, so I can stop in and very quietly and without a whole lot of fanfare check out your favorite place? Because I do. I tell it to those who I like, but I know holes in the wall are often holes in the wall because not a whole lot of people know about them. What are your thoughts? You can hit me up on our Facebook page, on our app as well. Let me know the good places in and around town to go and check out that are holes in the wall. That doesn't have to be in Bangor. I feel like I know most of the ones in Bangor, maybe the ones Orono, Old Town, because I grew up in that area, and Brewer because I work here. But if you have a good suggestion, I'm all for it. Open ears, if you will. When we come back, open your ears for great classic rock and roll we have on the way. Some Springsteen and some Floyd on I-95, Bangor's Classic Rock Station. Bangor's Classic Rock Station. Pink Floyd at 7:30, 21 degrees and overcast. Good morning. I am Cori. Britt Floyd going to be going to the Portland area March 10th. That's coming right up, probably about 2 weeks from now-ish at the Merrill Auditorium. If you missed them when they were here in Bangor last year, man, what a cool show that was. They're going to be checking out all sorts of great songs, everything from basically the moon, the wall, and beyond is what they're saying. So they're celebrating the Dark Side of the Moon. They're celebrating the wall. It's the world premiere of the Pink Floyd Experience. It's going to be quite the show. So if you get a chance to check them out, again, Britt Floyd, March 10th, Merrill Auditorium. I betcha Kevin's already got his tickets. I went to go see it with him last year, he and his daughter Charlotte, and then my daughter Bridget and myself, and it was a lot of fun. Go see it with a Pink Floyd fan. It's unreal. I mean, I am a Pink Floyd fan, but not as big as Kevin. And he knew all the words to all the songs. He kept leaning over. He's like, that's what this one's from, and this one. Oh, they're going to do this. I mean, he's seen the show about 1 million times. That's a really fun way to experience, in my opinion, shows, is when you know somebody really knows what they're talking about and they followed the band. So that's a lot of fun. And you learn a lot, too. It's kind of awesome. We got a forecast on the way in just a little bit. Some Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers as well on I-95, Bangor's Classic Rock Station. FYI, if you get this too, crap ton is spelled with a K. So CRAPTON. I'll have to put a little screenshot up there for you on our Facebook page because I find it mighty amusing. Good luck trying to get $349.99 out of me. I got zero. It's like getting blood from a stone, my friends. I work in radio. This is not how we do it. All That's Metal brings us that forecast, and we have more of the great classic rock you love coming up next on I-95. I want to do that in my I-95 Cruiser because now I have the little tiny dashboard symbol, which I've been told by several people I need to keep in there because I was going to move it to my van when my van's repaired. No, going to keep it in there so I can rock out and hit that symbol whenever I want. Good morning to you. It is 8:04 and 22 degrees, partly sunny. I see a little more sun than I did clouds earlier. In Kentucky, they're doing this really cool thing, and you got to get in on the action now. If you are a veteran that lives in Kentucky, if you have a veteran that lives in Kentucky, they are doing a Hometown Heroes banner situation, and I'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Right now, it's Bon Jovi on I-95 Bangor's Classic Rock Station. I do. It's I-95. Good morning. I am Cori, 8:12 right now, and 22 degrees outside. Some sunshine out there. Kentucky does this pretty cool thing. I know there's some other communities across Maine that do this, but this is one that I've seen more frequently around here, and they really want to kind of bolster up this program. So they've got this Hometown Heroes Banners program, and basically for anybody that's served in the armed forces that's in or from the town of Kentucky, whether they passed and they're buried in a cemetery there or they reside there now, you can get a special banner. And on that banner, it shows their name, their rank, the branch of the services that they were in as well. And they put these up Memorial Day weekend right on the telephone poles right through town. So if you're coming up Broadway and you're heading out towards like Corinth and whatnot, you'll see them right there. And they're pretty amazing. And for the families who are part of this, if they choose to purchase these things, and I think the cost is about $120, and that means the creation of the banner. It means the installation on Memorial Day. They take it down at the end of the season, and they store it safely for each year. It's pretty great. And when they go up, they let the families know, and they make a little ceremony out of it. So if you want more details, or you have somebody that you know lives in that area that might benefit from this, it's pretty great. I'll read you the quote because this is from one of the community members, and I think this pretty much sums it up. When a veteran sees their banner raised in their hometown, it isn't just fabric on a pole. It's their story lifted high in the very place that they call home. And it's a quiet and powerful reminder of their service, that their service mattered, and it still does. The banners tell our veterans, we see you, we thank you, we are proud, and you are ours. But for the families whose banner hangs for somebody that's no longer with them, it means something even deeper. It's a way of bringing them home again, seeing their name in the sunshine, knowing that their sacrifice still stands tall along the same streets that they once walked. It's pretty neat. So if you want to be a part of this, we've got some information up online at i95rocks.com and the app for that. The deadline to make these banners up is April 15th because they want to make sure that they get them all done and ready to go for Memorial Day. Obviously, that's when they go up on the poles. So if you live in the town of Kentucky or know a veteran that does, you can also sponsor that family. They just, if the veteran is living, they just need to make sure that they give permission to have their information displayed on the pole, which I think is pretty great. And if you want to start one of these, campaigns in your town, there's nothing stopping you. You can probably reach out to the same people who have done it here in Kentucky and get some info on that, which I think would be pretty cool. Can you imagine driving through your hometown and seeing like your grandpa up there or your uncle or your mom or someone special because they have a sweet banner up there? I think that's pretty neat. So I think if you can get involved in that, do. We've got more great classic rock and roll on the way. Stay right here. It's I-95 Bangor's Classic Rocks. Land of Confusion, I-95 Bangor's Classic Rock Station at 95.7 FM. If you are a little confused about who's coming to the Maine Savings Amphitheater this summer, we do have a full list because they just made some more announcements. Jelly Roll, if you're familiar with him, he will be here, and that's one of the newer acts that was announced. Mumford & Sons was announced last week, so they will be here as well. And if you want the full rundown so that you can mark it in your calendar and know which nights to either make sure that you have off or make sure you just avoid the Bangor area altogether, depending, you can check those out right on our website, i95rocks.com, and the app with all sorts of the details there. We also have somewhere on there, too, a list of a handful of restaurants within walking distance to the Maine Savings Amphitheater. If you're not from around the Bangor area, those are good to know on nights that the big shows come into town, for sure. That way you can know where you can walk to safely, and that's always a super fun thing as well. So look for those on our website and our app on I-95.